Hello everyone and welcome to Pauper deck guide number dos. So, this deck is called Gruul Smash because it's Gruul and it smashes. Pretty self-explanatory. Even a Gruul player can understand. No offense, Gruul players, no offense at all. Alright, so I'm not an expert in aggro decks, but I'm a control deck expert, so I kind of know what things to play around and what aggro decks are trying to do, so I kind of can explain to you what this deck is trying to do. So let's go with Nano Elves. Nano Elves is a way for us to ramp into our late drops pretty early. So I mean this on turn, Chimera on turn 2 is pretty scary, or this on turn 2 also is pretty scary. So most of our deck are big creatures with huge power. Now why did we pick these creatures specifically? Because this deck also revolves around this card. So whenever we play something with 4 power or more, this gets a +1/+1 counters, and these stack up very quickly. I've gotten this to become a 6/5 pretty early in the game. So all of our deck is 4 power creatures except for this guy. Why? Because this is a mana sink late game, and mana sinks are super important because sometimes you just do not draw into anything important and you kind of need to do something. So this gives us just that, and it's only a 2-off, so it's not going to be that huge of a problem. So our removal package is Jara's Greeting, Omen of the Forge, and where is it, Savage Smash? So why did I pick 2 Omen of the Forge, 2 Jara's Greeting over, for example, 4 Jara's Greetings? So sometimes my opponent would be at only 2 life or 1 life, and I had no way of dealing with that. I had nothing to kill them with, and I only had 2 of these in my hand and nothing to do with them. So I've decided that Omen of the Forge is good for that reason. And the second reason being that this deck does not really have a lot of card selection, and that's card selection or card advantage. That's mostly a thing with green decks. So this, I mean Pauper green decks especially, so this gives us kind of card selection in an archetype that lacks it seriously. So let's talk about our creature with 4 power. This card is decent enough because as an aggro deck you're always going to have something to pair it with. Chimera is good because it has escape, so even when they deal with it, you get it back, and you will always have a way to get it back. You're an aggro deck, so either you're going to finish the game super quickly, and if you get to the long game, you're going to have a way to escape this. Savage Smash is a removal card, but you can sometimes use it just to pump your card and just win the game. So for example, sometimes my opponent would be at 5 life, and I only have, for example, this or this, so I just pump it, attack, win. You don't even have to fight necessarily. Voracious Typhoon is insane as a card because if you do get to that late game, you kind of just have a 7/7, and even if it does not have Trample, they're gonna have to block it every single turn. So this is 3, you might read this as a 3/3 and might be fooled, but Riot says it enters with a counter, so meaning it enters as a 4 power creature if you decide to give it 4 power. So this will get a counter, don't worry about it at all. And it's also a good mana sink late game because it does have trample, so the +3/+0 is technically ensuring you 3 extra damage. Silverback Shaman is a card I included just because it's a 4-turn clock essentially on its own. And even when they deal with it, they lost a card and you are gonna get 1 card. So your opponent just wasted a card from their hand, just let's say gained 5 life, and then you got to draw a card and cycle. Our mana base is pretty simple. We have 11 forests because we need to make sure we have enough to play Nano Elves on turn 1. And I don't play too many tapped lands in this archetype because you do not want to play tapped lands. You do not want that, but I mean I just included them to give us an edge over other aggro decks. Alright, so that's going to be pretty much it for the deck tech. Watch my other Pauper deck guides, and if you enjoyed the content, please consider leaving a subscribe. It helps the channel a lot. Like and comment what you want me to see play tomorrow in the Historic Pauper Challenge, and I'll see you guys next time.